G'day and welcome back to another episode of Tommy's Tune-Ups, proudly sponsored by Minisport. On this episode, we are talking about camshaft followers, or also known as a lifter. So what is this and what does it do? Well, this goes inside the engine. What does it do? It runs on the camshaft, which then the push rod goes in between here to the rocker arm, and as the camshaft rotates around, this is what lifts up, acts on the push rod, which then acts on the rocker arm, opening the valve, allowing either air and fuel mixture into the cylinder or getting it out of there. So there are a couple of different varieties in which you can buy from Minisport. So let's just go through and have a chat about it. If you're doing a standard engine replacement, or a rebuild should I say, you probably want to go with just standard components, which isn't a problem. If that's what you can afford, then that's no drama. If you're not trying to push big numbers out of it, the standard replacement ones will be fine. If you're doing any sort of racing and you want to get as much weight off the vehicle, you probably want to go with a set of lightened ones. If you want to go to the next step and get a decent set of either Kent cam followers, or the ones here are a Swift Tune one, this is probably the best option in which you can go with. Now, when you're building an engine, it's always important, in my professional opinion, is to afford and buy the best that you can buy at the time. Now, although you don't need to buy Omega pistons and a billet crankshaft that's worth $7,000, whatever it is that you can afford, like this for instance, where there's a fairly big difference between a pair that might be $30 compared to $110, it's best to invest in the best that you can afford. Now, the reason I say that is you only want to do this job once. Ask me how I know. I once had an issue with Grace where one of the camshaft followers had actually broken, wasn't running right. I pulled the rocker gear off, I found one of the push rods was bent. The push rod had been jumping up and down on the camshaft. It actually damaged the cam, which then in turn is leading to me replacing the camshaft down the track, which we're going to talk about on another episode. And this is actually broken into about 3 pieces. Not something that we really wanted to be doing and fishing out. I had to strip the entire engine apart, find the missing pieces, flush the engine, reassemble it, put it back together, and away we went. Now, although this is a fairly easy item to do on some A-series engines, others it isn't. Some you can do with the engine inside the car, others you need to pull it out, flip it upside down, remove the gearbox, pull the camshaft out, and swap it over. So trust me, this is something that you really want to invest the money into if you have the money to do so. As I said, whatever the best that you can afford at the time is, that's what I would recommend going with. Definitely not something you want to fail, because if you do, it's going to destroy potentially the gearbox and or the engine, or at least cause catastrophic failure, especially at those high RPMs. So if you're unsure which one you want to go with, like this one for instance has a hole in it compared to others that don't, give them a call on the number listed there, or check them out at www.minisport.com.au. check out the full range, and any questions, don't hesitate to get in contact with them. And we'll see you on the next episode of Tommy's Tune-Ups.